Energy efficiency improvements have multiple advantages, such as the efficient exploitation of natural resources, the reduction in air pollution levels, and lower spending by the consumers on energy-related expenditure. Investments in energy efficiency result in long-term benefits, such as reduced energy consumption, local environmental enhancement, and overall economic development. Energy use has environmental impacts regardless of the source or mechanism. For example, hydroelectric projects affect their local ecological systems and displace long-standing social systems. Fossil fuel power creates pollution in the extraction, transportation, and combustion of its raw materials. Cost-effective energy efficiency is the ultimate multiple pollutant reduction strategy.
These are two sides of one coin, right? So the first thing is there is not enough power in Nigeria, full stop. It's reality, right? But the second thing is immediately it comes together. Is if we would use the power that is available more efficiently, then immediately we have gained small parts of energy. And well, when we're talking about where does the power come from, in Nigeria it comes to almost 80% from gas power plants, right? So we all know gas, when you burn gas is harmful for the environment, it is not good in terms of fighting climate change. So renewable energies, they provide a possibility to have a clean energy, clean power.
It is estimated that between 2010 and 2040, Africa's energy demand will grow by 85%, while new power generation and associated infrastructure are critical to bridging the gap between energy supply and demand. The role of energy efficiency as a least cost energy resource is critical to reducing overall demand, decreasing the need for expensive peak capacity, and allowing electricity supply to be expanded to meet increasing demand in a timely, low-cost and sustainable way. Appliances and lighting are primary consumers of electricity in residential and commercial buildings. And as more Africans become connected to the grid, the efficiency of appliances and lighting becomes even more critical to cost-effectively meet demand, mitigate supply constraints, and improve utility sector performance. For example, a 40-watt solar panel can power a 25-watt incandescent light for almost 5 hours a day. However, if the latest high-efficiency appliances are used, the same system could power 2 brighter LED lights for the same 5 hours, while also powering a color television, a fan, a mobile phone charger, and a radio for more than 3 hours per day.
We don't have enough, and whenever we have, we still waste this because we don't really optimally utilize them. Like there are technologies now in place, like I will even say, give example of lighting system. LED bulb is around 3 watts and it will still give the same illumination as the incandescent bulb that is 60 watts. So imagine retrofitting 1 million LED bulbs. This is like building a full power plant that might be up to even 40 megawatts in Nigeria. So this is really a paradox, and this is what we really need to look into critically.
Nigeria is the biggest hydropower producer and has the largest oil reserves in the economic community of West African states. It also offers great potential for renewable energy. However, the country's electricity sector is unable to meet the increasing demand for electricity.
The cost benefit is really important because most times we don't really look at the savings that we're going to incur by investing in the energy efficient appliances. So it's really necessary to have like incentives from the government to be able to subsidize on energy efficient appliances. Also, there are policy in place anyway, but the implementation has really been weak in time, because, and also Like I'll give an example of renewable energy system. There are like solar panels now. If you want to import solar panels, you all know to pay like duty on it because it's an energy efficient, it's a sustainable energy development thing. So, but if these are in place, if governments are able to incentivize, they are able to reduce the cost on duty, then possibly we'll get to where we want to get to.
Currently, only half of the installed capacity of 8,900 megawatts is available on the national power grid, and around 60% of the population has no access to electricity. In rural areas, this number increases to over 75%. At the same time, neither industry nor householders are sufficiently aware of the importance of using energy efficiently.
Well, one of the things is we get overshadowed about with the issue of inadequacy of supply. But what we do not realize is even with the limited supply that we have, we also need to talk about a balance of how that supply is being utilized, and that's where efficiency comes in. Because energy saved in one sector of the economy could readily translate to freed up capacity within the supply chain that can be channeled to another sector of the economy. So the issue of supply being inadequate is just as important as the issue of how do we actually utilize what is available, and that's exactly where energy efficiency comes in.
In order to address the challenges in the electricity sector, the Nigerian government has initiated various reforms. In 2005, the Electricity Power Sector Reform Act, among others, started the process of privatizing the sector. Yet, reforms designed to promote renewable energy sources, energy efficiency and rural electrification have only recently started to be introduced and implemented.
I actually do see energy efficiency gaining momentum in the country. The reason being that the federal government has approved a national renewable energy and energy efficiency policy in 2015, and subsequent to that, the government has also approved a national energy efficiency action plan in July last year. And what this does is it obviously shows the direction of the government as far as energy efficiency is concerned, because the government has also identified that energy efficiency is a resource that is capable of yielding demand savings in the country. And therefore, I see that in the long run, in view of this policy, the action plan, and the fact that SON has also published the standard, then there is scope for a widespread adoption of energy efficiency in the country.
For the private sector to play a more active role, experts have urged that there needs to be further harmonization across the institutional landscape and between the current political, regulatory and legal frameworks. It is also necessary to build technical and administrative capacities so that the measures introduced by the federal government and the states can be properly planned and implemented. That's our program. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on the program. Visit youtube.com/channelsweb, click on channels on the menu and then Earthfile to subscribe. You can also send your comments and questions to earthfile@channelstv.com. We'll see you next week.